All right, so this video is from a Tozy, and it says IRL, real life streamer, JiDion throws a temper tantrum when arrested. I don't know what this dude did. I've been seeing his face around on YouTube, so I wonder what's going on. So we're gonna jump in and see where this goes.
Who's well known for his predator catching streams, just got himself arrested for stalking and disturbing the peace, and he caught all of it on his live stream.
What am I getting arrested for?
Disorderly person. You're out here yelling and
Freedom of speech. You can yell on the sidewalk.
And I guess what's even worse is the fact that not only was JiDion arrested, but also 3 teens that had stream sniped him and showed up to, I guess, help out. They were also arrested alongside him for disturbing the peace.
This is a violation of right. You cannot arrest somebody that never went inside and was never trespassed. They are arrested children that never went inside of a McDonald's. Call the DA and see how fast that gets dropped.
So according to JiDion, they actually...
Why do people think being very belligerent, loud, and just being obnoxious, why do we Americans do this? We think being obnoxious and loud is going to make us sound right. If you're right, you don't have to scream and yell.
Correct!
I don't understand that. It's the weirdest thing I've ever understood. Like, if they give you a ticket, let's say you're driving, right? And they say, or the police officer said you was doing something you shouldn't, right? And you know you're not doing the wrong thing. You're a lawyer, and you know about law. For some weird reason, this one cop is giving you a hard time. Don't have court with the cop. Don't hold it. Just take the ticket and fight it in court. That's what my dad did, and he won. And he's not a lawyer. My dad was accused of, I think it was speeding or something. My dad knew he wasn't speeding, but the cop said that he was. So my dad said, you know what? Okay, officer, I'll see you in court. And then we went to the court to fight the ticket. The officer could not give his statement correctly or some BS, and he won. Simple as that. My dad didn't act like a total asshat and started screaming and yelling. Let's duel in court, right? I just never understood being loud and belligerent never makes you look smart. It just makes you look insane. It just looks stupid. Like, stop screaming and yelling and acting like a jackass and calling them names. All you need to do is just, you know, don't act crazy. Make your statement. If it's not being heard, fight in court. That's it. Or get a lawyer.
All had their constitutional rights infringed on. So he pulled the millionaire card.
How fast do you think this is going to get dropped? Do you really think do you guys really think this is going to stick? Do you want to waste your DA's time? I am a multi-millionaire. I promise you, I can take this as far as
just
you
type in
I feel like that would only make things worse. So you know those games where you have like multi-selection to like choose your cutscene? If you pick the, oh, I'm a multi-millionaire, I feel like the cutscene is only going to get worse. But hey, regardless, how did he go from being a predator catcher to arrested for stalking?
People know that you're Western. Hello?
Oh, that's what he was doing. That's why he's in trouble. They be doing this catch a predator nonsense. Don't these people know that that shit goes left fast? Oh my god. Don't get me wrong. I have no problem with you guys trying to catch predators, but the issue is when you guys do this without the cops being involved, you look like a crazy person. Now, a lot of people don't understand this, and they don't get this. Nothing's wrong with trying to capture predators. No problem with it. Have at it. But the problem with it is that if you don't have the cops involved, you're going to look like a vigilante, and you're going to get in trouble. This same thing happened to, what's his name? Vitali? I think that's his name, right? It is what it is. Batman get put in cop car.
Do these people know I'm worse than Holo? No, they don't know yet.
But it seems a little bit like a 180 because normally in JiDion's content, the person he finds or catches is the one that's getting arrested, not him. Regardless, JiDion has made a variety of content over the years and he's grown himself a massive following across multiple platforms. But at least recently, he's probably most well known for his pranks and his predator catching streams. However, rage baiting random people and catfishing predators online are both wildly popular niches for YouTube content creators these days. But recently, a new similar style of IRL content has also arisen, likely due to, I guess, you know, newer TV shows that follow the same formula. A&E has a show called Squatters, and the premise is pretty simple. Hosts move into the homes with people who are illegally squatting and attempt to annoy them enough to, I guess, move out of the house voluntarily. This is because in most states, it's
why do we let people squat up? Why? Why is that being protected? You don't own the home. Get the F out. Why do we let this law go through? I think it's in New York as well. Like, if you leave your home for, like, I think, more than 2 weeks, say you're on vacation for 2 weeks, you come back home, someone squats up there, they can stay there. That shit is dumb. That is so dumb. I don't know why people think that's smart. Why did we thought that was smart to let people squat up, homeless, mentally deranged, and insane people to be in a house that they don't own or pay for? Why? That is so weird. So weird.
Very hard to actually remove a squatter.
Right now, my job is to make her uncomfortable and feel that she needs to go elsewhere. Just like squatters, once we take over, we cannot leave the house.
The first person I ever saw doing this was actually Asian Andy, like years ago, and that went like super viral.
Oh. Okay, let me get this straight. So, I guess this chick here is a squatter, and Asian Andy is the person who owns the home. Somehow she squat up in the house. She will not leave. So what he did is, he made the TV so extremely loud to make it very difficult for her to stay there. Okay. So to get her out. To make it very uncomfortable. That's crazy.
And I feel like he inspired most of this genre. But if you've been following this channel for long enough, you might remember multiple times we've covered these squatter situations that were just absolute nightmares for the homeowners, which often left the homeowners in severe financial stress. But regardless, squatting on the squatters was essentially the content that JiDion set out to do today. And luckily, he actually happened to know someone personally who was currently dealing with a squatter. And I guess he just really decided to capitalize on this.
What's good, y'all, man? So this is what's going on. We are legal residents with the squatter. Joe is upstairs right now. He is looking like he's about to get arrested. I'm not gonna even lie.
So the story is that JiDion actually has a predator catching buddy who goes by Skeeter Jean. And apparently his uncle has been illegally squatting in his grandmother's house.
So this is what's going on, y'all. So Joe, he is a squatter. He does not pay rent. He's legally been evicted. We're trying to get him to leave early. So what we're gonna be doing is we're setting up a giant speaker upstairs and we're gonna set up a camera. You guys send a TTS, he's gonna hear it. We're gonna also be having yodelers. We have metal bands coming through. We have everything.
So wait. So JiDion thought of an idea to get a bunch audience to send donos to mess with the dude. So though he's making money as the dude gets with all day at the house. Is that what that is? I think that's what that is, right? I'm super sure that's what that is.
Thing coming through, y'all.
And the plan originally was for JiDion and Skeeter to move into the house with permission from the landlord and I guess upset Joe until he leaves, while also of course streaming the whole thing for content. But of course, based on the fact that it ended with, JiDion being arrested for stalking, we can assume it didn't exactly go as planned. So initially, when they moved in, Joe wasn't at the house. He was actually at a local McDonald's that randomly seems to be, I guess, a second home.
We're gonna do a replay. So we weren't live for this part. We pulled up on him. He was at McDonald's, like just to tell him that we're moving in. And like that boy was dumbfounded. Like he did not believe us. He was like, what the f? He was like, you da 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 da. And then he just comes home and like he caught us so off guard. It was actually hilarious. So here, JV has a UAV on him.
JiDion says they then pulled up to the McDonald's to introduce themselves to Joe and let him know that they would be roommates before headed to the house and setting up for the stream. They then filmed Joe returning to the house and screaming in their faces about them moving in, and then apparently he headed back to McDonald's.
Bro, he raged.
What do you want, man? What the you want? Have the police over here. Get away from me.
That's the squatter. That's the squatter. You know what? Only in America. Only in America. Only in America we can have a literal, mentally ill, homeless, insane person who has no job or has no reason to be there to have the bass in their voice to tell you to leave as if they own the place. Only in America. Only in America. That is crazy, bro. That is crazy. I don't understand that. They can literally do that. We can literally look at the screen, go to a place, squat up, and then have an attitude for someone not allowing them to squat up in their house. That is crazy.
Get away from me! No, he can't! Get out of here! Don't bother me!
We don't want anything from you. We're just going to my room. Bro, we're not like Skeeter, man. We're not here to bother.
Skeeter! It's your association with him!
And like I said, apparently the dude spends more time at McDonald's than his own house, it seems. So at this point, JiDion decides to, I guess, wander around town looking for Joe, filming government buildings with TTS blaring, and of course, slowly amassing a small crowd of fans who were able to locate him based off his stream.
Excuse me? Hey, did you guys see like a older middle-aged man, long hair, nothing going for himself?
Yeah, I think that should be abolished off rip. Yeah, anything that is squatter thing needs to be abolished off rip, because the one thing I've learned about us Westerners, we can't have nothing nice. When something could be abused, we will do it almost instantly. I don't even think it's a Western, that's just a human thing, but like we as Westerners, we make it a sport to just totally off rip fuck something off. I don't know. I really don't know why it exists. It should never exist in the first place. It's just letting the mentally ill and the most homeless people who don't work or don't want to do anything to live off and mooch off other people in the most inconvenient way possible. This is not someone who lost their job. This is not someone who's on, well, I guess government benefits. This is just someone who's up in your house and just using the law to bum up in your house. They're bumming up in your house for like no reason. They have no reason to be there. They don't cook, they don't clean, they don't do anything. They just bum off, and then if you tell them to leave, they'll use the cops against you for the house you pay for, the mortgage you pay for, the rent that you pay for. Well, I don't know if it applies to people who pay for rent, but if you are paying a mortgage, imagine someone living up in your house and you're paying a mortgage every month. No, you gotta get the fuck up out of here. I'm telling you. That's either one of those things that I'm gonna end your life like today. That's what I'm gonna just call you a trespasser before you even call a squatter. I'm gonna just say you trespassing this hoe. But I might go to jail for just offing this person anyways, because like they already had their whole thing set up. So
no, so he's in the police station. Can you get to the police station through here? Huh? You gotta walk around. Hey, is that the police station right? Oh no, that's a lady. Hello, is Joe here? No, he's not here. We just wanted to try to file a missing person report.
We said to ask him a couple questions.
No, you said you wanted a missing person report.
Yeah, Joe went missing. You guys stole him. Where did they take him, JV?
stop playing games.
Did they take him to the police station or the community center?
No, that community center. The address I sent you.
We want Joe! We want Joe!
Okay, bro. Yeah, you're playing too much. Like, okay, I understand you're trying to get the dude out and you're trying to get the police, but this is not how you do it, bro. This is dumb. This is actually getting stupid. Now, this is what happens when you make too much money from being a jackass, a little bit. Now, I don't know. This has nothing to do with the catch a predator thing, but I know making that much, because you can make a lot of money doing that nonsense, but like, I'm just saying, when I notice when these type of content creators make a certain amount of money and they start seeing that money cash in flow in every month, they get a big head and they think they're untouchable at that point. That is so dumb. That is so dumb.
We want Joe. You guys gotta join in. We want Joe. We want Joe. We want Joe.
So I guess not only is he annoying Joe, but he's also annoying most of the police force and some community center workers. And eventually, JiDion decides to head back to McDonald's, where he's then surprised by the cops.
Okay, once we get eyes on him, we can't lose it. Joe, is he in there? You don't see him? Wait, cop car coming, cop car coming.
What does he even look like?
Why is the cop coming over here?
Maybe do a stream BRB.
What's the problem?
So immediately, the officers are telling JiDion that they're not welcome at the McDonald's, and instead of listening to their warnings, he has the genius idea of trying to give his camera equipment to a couple of teenagers who have been following him, so I guess they can go try to confront Uncle Joe.
McDonald's doesn't want you guys on the property, so you guys have to leave.
Is he here?
Doesn't matter where he's at. McDonald's does not want you on the property, you guys have to leave.
Who's you guys? Can you be more specific?
You.
So they said
them,
these people?
Him, yes. You
Okay.
guys cannot be on the property.
Hey,
They're gonna arrest
do you guys want some McDonald's? Y'all wanna go inside real quick? Yeah. Okay.
You're gonna be arrested for trespassing if you go in there.
He also immediately tries to, I guess, big dog the cop by asking if he has anything better to do, and the cop, I guess, just fires back the same question at him.
Bro, why? You don't have any, like no offense, officer, but like you genuinely have nothing better to do. Like,
Do you have anything better to do?
officer, you're actually like supposed to protect and serve.
But I guess after
Oh
JiDion's
my god.
henchman,
I don't. Why do you guys think that's smart to do? That is instantly stupid to do. Why are you doing this? Okay, you say that to the cop and he just walks away. You think that's gonna happen? You honestly think in your perfect mind that's gonna work? He is just as human as you. Think he's not gonna respond to you in a very in kind? Jesus Christ. Yes, like what the hell, dude? Why do we do this? We as Americans, we always do this. We like to test the authority like almost instantly, even when it's a slight inconvenience to us. Why do we like doing this? I'm not talking about bootlicking for the cop, but like think to yourself, why are you you're looking for a cop who works at a place. Instead of being an ass, you could ask about the officer you're looking for to the cop that you're talking to. Remember, the whole point of this was trying to get a squatter up out of the house. You're causing trouble with the people you're trying to look for to get you the squatter up in the house. It's just dumb. Think to yourself for like 2 seconds. Just 2. I need help. How about not piss off the people I need help from? Because 9 times out of 10, Officer Joe is not in sight. So you may have to ask the actual officer that's in sight to get the squatter up out of the house. I don't understand this logic. I need you, but I'm gonna be an asshole to you and then expect you to still help me. Like, what? Jesus, this is not like a bootlicking response. This is just dumb. Like, common sense, bro. Like, forget as a cop. Imagine you're asking your friend for help and you're being an asshat to your friend and then expect friend to help. No!
Then they get, some random kids who stream sniped him confirm that Joe is actually in the McDonald's. He decides to try to pass off the streaming gear to them so they can go film the guy, even after the cops tell them over the speakers that they'll arrest anyone with the streaming gear. And I guess JiDion just seems unfazed for the teens.
You try to get some McDonald's? Yeah. Let's see if there's some McJoes in there. Yeah. Go inside and see if Joe's in there. He's in there? Really? Yo. Do me a favor. Here. Should we get him in the camera? He's just sitting in there? Here. Did he bang you? Yeah. Here. He's banging you guys for me? Yeah. Do this. Do me a favor. Just wear this. Wear it as a backpack. You didn't trespass him, so shut the f up!
There it is.
Did they tell you to leave?
There it is. Right there. That's what I'm talking about. I know he's playing it up for the like, let's be honest. He's just playing up for the camera for 9 times out of 10 because anyone with a brain wouldn't do that. Like what? Like why? Why? Imagine we're trying to get one villain out and you become the villain that you're trying to take out. Like think about that. You're looking for help, trying to get the villain out of the house, but you ultimately become the villain to your own story and not even defeating the original villain you was trying to defeat in the first place. So you become the ultimate villain without realizing it. You are the problem, sir.
Just leave. But you haven't been trespassed. Just walk inside.
Just to get on my video?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But make sure y'all stick together.
I guess this is kind of like one of the crazier parts because Joe is clearly an unhinged person. So
Right? Yeah, when you're helping someone and try to talk shit mid through. Yes, that's weird, dude. Like what the hell?
sending in your young viewers to confront him seems like a little bit of a liability issue. I don't know if I would do that. That sounds a little short-sighted. But I mean, I get he's going for the content. He wants the most entertaining outcome here. But just as the kids are about to enter McDonald's,
I hate the fact that the idea of being a content creator is being the most insufferable individual ever. Like, think about it. See, like, there's 2 types of content creators. There's the Mr. Beast, who you can't compete with because he has money. And there's people like JiDion who's mentally unstable. Or I won't say he's mentally unstable, but in this one specific video makes him look crazy. So you have to pick between if you want to get a big following fast, either have lots of money or do insane things for money. That's the 2 types of content creators. Back in 2005 and up, being a content creator is just being in your home, giving your opinion, or just being a little funny, and that's it. Now it's to the point where we're trying to get squatters up at our house and then trying to get the police involved while being an asshat to the police. Do you see what has happened? We have somehow made something as simple as being a YouTube star in your home into something so horrendous you don't want to be a YouTuber. Saying being a YouTuber either is a big it's like a ick, or it's like, oh, okay, you're a YouTuber. Okay, do you make money? And we say, yeah. What do you do? That's where the real problem comes in. This is just like when we did the Rakai video. When the girl asked him, tell you about yourself. Bro couldn't even answer because he was too stupid to realize what the word introduction was. He couldn't say what he does. Even if he knew, he doesn't know. He can't even put in a sentence, much less 2. Stupid.
the cops actually start pulling back up, so JiDion calls them back. But unfortunately, it's a little bit too late.
Wait, actually come back. Bro, they're really protecting Joe. Officer, what are you doing?
And the next few minutes are filmed like the end of the Blair Witch Project, with I guess the camera facing a car seat while you hear JiDion screaming about how ridiculous all this is.
Bro, they're arresting. Officer, they never trespass them. You can't trespass somebody. Officer, you cannot trespass somebody. Here, give me my backpack, my man. Bro, officer, you can't trespass somebody. Here, record.
I have never seen a situation where the person thinks they're right, and if they're actually right, the cops don't proceed to put you in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never, like, if you're actually in right and law, they cannot put you in the car. But they do it because they think you're in the wrong. You're probably much in the wrong. Right? I'm saying, like they're not going to put you in the car if you was right. But you keep saying it over and over again. They're still going to put you in the car. It's like the first time didn't work. It's not going to work the second. Harassment. Okay, there's laws with invading someone's personal space and, as a form of harassment. Yeah, I understand. But like in this one scenario, he was already being aggressive with virtually everyone he came across to a degree. So I'm not kind of surprised. Damn, I don't
Record this on your phone. Record this on your phone. Wait, can I hold your guys' property?
And honestly, yeah, this whole situation is kind of ridiculous. I think where JiDion goofed up here is by not keeping the stream in the house, because if he just kept streaming...
Thank you. What did I say earlier? Now, I did make the comparison of being a YouTuber when it first started being YouTube, you just be in the house. But the dude kept it on live, outside, harassing cops and being a total asshat. Because he wanted to get so much clicks and views of him saying absurd, rude things. Because remember, young people are watching this and they think, I want to be a YouTuber. All I have to be a YouTuber is being a total asshat to every authority that come across my way, or any person that comes across my way, for those clip farming situations. So people can say, oh my God, he's so savage. He's so funny, man. He says anything that comes to mind. Like, they'll say stuff like this and they think that's cool, when it's really just dumb. And it's obnoxious as hell. This is why people like JiDion exist, because he's been so much in the Western idea of thinking that everywhere else they think will accept their Westernese nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So they'll go up to other countries like Israel, or they go to like Japan or South Korea and say the most absurd, insane thing, think it's cute. And then when things go wrong, they're like, why is this happening to me? I'm the victim. Why am I in jail? This is crazy, bro. Oh my God, the cops are horrible people. Shut up. You're just a horrible asshat.
In the house, that dude would not want to return to that house. I get that might be a little bit boring for the streaming content if the dude is basically living at that McDonald's and he only sleeps at night at the house. But I guess when things got tough, JiDion had one more ace up his sleeve. I'm a multimillionaire.
Anything I need to know about Officer? How fast do you think this is going to get dropped? Do you really think this is going to stick? Do you guys really think this is going to stick? Do you want to waste your DA's time? I am a multimillionaire. I promise you, I can take this as far as you want. Officer, you will be in a deposition and you will be arrested. This is...
Come on, man. I feel like that
how this dude has no idea what law works, how law is, and he keeps repeating stuff, like saying stuff about law. But when he realized that him repeating the same thing over and over wasn't working, and he had things on camera, and they were still putting him in the back of the wagon, he then started pulling out the checkbook, thinking that was the best way to like get himself out of this situation, by literally like telling him, "I have money, I will buy you out, or either I can buy you out, or I'm gonna sue the hell out of you." You think that's gonna scare the cop? That's not gonna scare the cop. Like, are you dumb? And then just to prove that you know how you think so little of the cops, with all the cameras around, they have cameras on their chests. You have cameras out right now. I thought this was a free country. Get sent to the... Get sent to a Filipino prison for pooping a Japanese subway.
Everyone's seen enough body cam footage to know that that normally doesn't end well. And obviously, the cops arrested JiDion and reportedly 3 other teenagers. JiDion was arrested for stalking and disturbing the peace, and the teenagers were arrested for disturbing the peace. And the next day, surprise, surprise, JiDion streamed his court appearance, where I guess the accomplices got $500 bonds each, and JiDion was handed a $10,000 bond.
Mr. Poindexter, Mr. Wilczewski, and Mr. Smith,
Wait,
I'm going to
how
give
much?
you a personal bond of $500. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You must appear in court as directed. You're not to enter or go near 22172 West Road in the city of Woodhaven. You're not to have any contact with prosecution witnesses except through your lawyer. You're not to have any contact, no contact whatsoever with Joseph Lucrecio. You understand that? You cannot write, phone, see, text, email him. You cannot have anybody else do any of those things for you on your behalf. Do you understand that, Mr. Poindexter? Sir. Do you understand that, Mr. Smith? And do you understand that, Mr. Wilczewski? Sir. I'm going to set the bond on the stalking case. I'll give you a $10,000 personal bond. You can leave the state without the consent of the court. Mr. Adams, you cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. I'm telling you, no contact at all with this Joseph Lucrecio. You cannot write, phone, text, email him. You cannot go back to 22172 West Road in Woodhaven. No contact with prosecution witnesses. Again, no contact with Mr. Lucrecio. You cannot have any contact with prosecution witnesses except through your lawyer.
I don't think that's the biggest downside of the story, because the biggest downside of the story
You're not wrong.
is, in addition to the bond, JiDion is also supposed to be banned from returning to the house with Joe, effectively ruining the whole squatting stream. So instead, I guess they just rounded up more randoms to go protest outside the police department.
I just made it. What's good, chat? First day out, yo. We about to go do a protest right now, man. We about to go do a protest right now, man. I appreciate you guys for waiting. We made it. Now listen, this is a peaceful protest, okay? They infringed on our rights. They want democracy to fall. We shouldn't live in a land where a man can just live in a house and not pay rent. We shouldn't live in a land where you stand on the sidewalk outside of McDonald's and you get arrested.
And this is exactly why I hate activists. This is exactly why I hate activists. Because anyone can be an activist. And then they're not even they're not protesting against anything. They're just dumbasses who just want to be part of the hype. This has proven that majority of most of these people who are part of like the activistness when they're part of anything, they usually just go with the hype because it seems fun. They're not doing it because they care about whatever's going on. Right? He's not. He really isn't. This is stupid. This is dumb. I hate this. This is why I do not like activists at all. When anyone tells you you're an activist, you're probably insufferable as hell. 9 times out of 10. This is why I said, before social media, in the early 2000s, like probably 2003, way back to like probably the, I don't know, 1940s, if you said you was an activist, you probably were low-key a real activist because you actually cared about whatever the thing that you're protesting or boycotting against, because there was no clout to run on. There was no internet to come on to run on. There was none of that. Either you was in it or you're not. So like, for instance, if you knew that one goth chick in like 2001 and she said, oh, I'm an activist for animal rights and all that stuff, 9 times out of 10 she's probably telling the truth, because there was no internet to actually run off, no clout, no money, no nothing. Probably a non-profit or whatever the hell, but that's as far as it goes. There was no extra anything. There was not getting paid to stand out there. There was not doing any of that stuff. As soon as she said she was an activist, she probably was more for that thing than ever. Now, if that same goth chick in 2026 told you she's an activist, she probably got an OnlyFans. And she's trying to promote the OnlyFans through the activism. 9 times out of 10. Tell me if I'm wrong. She has a YouTube channel. She's a TikToker. She does a bunch of nonsense. She's only part of the activist thing because it's right now trending and it's kind of cool. That's it. But once that loses its flavor within the first month or two or a couple of weeks or a week from now, you will never hear that come out of her mouth ever again to the next big activist things. Like this, what's her name? Grady, cough, vegan teacher. Exactly. Right? They only jump on the hype when it's very convenient for their brand. But as soon as that thing dies off, you don't hear anything from them ever again about said subject. You know what I'm saying? This is why I don't take this ever seriously. I don't like activists. I hate you all. I hate all of you. I hope anyone listening to this, watch this. If you're an activist in 2026, I hate you. I don't care. I hope your protest boycotts burn in hell. I hope you swine dive right into the depths of failure. I'm so tired of y'all.
I'm so tired of y'all.
Irritated.
We live in a land when you give some fans a camera and then they get arrested. We shouldn't live.
The thing is, I think this is the same guy who did this before. He was the same dude who went into the store in Best Buy and then caused a bunch of problems because he didn't have a shirt on or something. And because he didn't have a shirt on, he got a bunch of teenage boys to stand outside Best Buy. I think it's the same dude. Stand out Best Buy to protest that they don't want to wear a shirt in Best Buy. Notice, this doesn't help them purchase anything. This doesn't stop them from going to the store. They're just doing it because they think it's funny. They think it's cute. They think it's because it's they're all hyped up. It's something they have to do. That proves how many of the young boys have no sense of purpose in their lives. They have no path. They have no father. No strong father figure to say, hey, that's stupid. Stop that. Nope. Bunch of stupid idiots.
We live in a land where they take trespassing and stalking and disturbing the peace.
They allowed their bellies to choose their shirt they'll get, right? By the way, I'm sorry for what I don't know I'm not sure what you did, but I'm just saying, just keep on the subject what we're talking about here.
Seriously, the people who literally abuse elders. Yeah!
Oh my god.
I get he's making content here, but like, he's not helping himself. Eventually, they do return to the house.
Again, I'm gonna say this again. To be a content creator now, either you be a Mr. Beast with a lot of money off rip, or you are insane and you're willing to say and do the most insane things to put yourself in the midst of harm, jail, or unemployment, in all three.
He's only banned from, I guess, being there if Joe is. So honestly, I don't know, but hopefully for him, that's the case. So he doesn't like violate his bond conditions. But he also attempts to make multiple calls to the officer who arrested him, which again, definitely won't help his case.
Wait, please.
Officer Mitchell?
Hello?
Officer Mitchell?
No, this is Sergeant Wise. Who's this?
Is Officer Mitchell there?
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not? Okay. Well, could you just leave a message or something? Could you just let him know that I'm gonna beat this case, and I can't wait to have his deposition, and and can you also tell him to stop gargling on Joe's testicles?
JiDion, what are you doing? Then on top of that, he also runs back into Joe and films him, but tries to act like he isn't having contact, so I guess it doesn't count.
Forget it. This dude, this is ridiculous. Oh, look, McDonald's.
There you go, right there.
Where?
Joe at the corner of McDonald's on the table.
No way. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay, no contact. I will not say anything to him. No contact at all. Oh, chat, look.
I'm so...
How you doing, my friend? I'm talking to him. Bro, yeah, bro, look at that. What the? We literally were here to get him a job application. No, he's on the phone. Oh, okay.
He got a restraining, and now he's going for a second one. You think he'll pull a hat trick and get a third one? Yeah, most likely. And he's recording everything, so that's his evidence. His evidence will be his downfall.
Looking at me, I'm not gonna make any eye contact. No contact, no contact, no contact. We were coming here to the big boys.
We have business to do here.
Yeah, JiDion, what are you doing? This
He's
is
an
just
idiot.
such a laugh.
This is an idiot. This is an idiot. This is an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. To anyone who's a JiDion fan, whatever, but like this is, you have to admit this is dumb. Like in a common sense, this is stupid. You should have just stopped this off rip. As soon as he got in trouble with the law, he should have just stopped. He's an idiot. This is dumb.
Laughably stupid situation that doesn't need to be happening. But JiDion is still holding firm that both him and the teen's rights.
I think he is dumb and likes prison. Well, I don't know if he can he go to prison for this? I think he can. If he keeps violating, I think he can go to prison.
Were violated by arresting them, even though they never actually entered the McDonald's.
Showed retaliation to me by arresting for just standing on sidewalk. I think this was very unprofessional and broke my constitutional rights.
My claim. Also, they violated 3 little boys. ...
I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to really hate IRL streamers. It's insane. It just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. I'm starting to hate IRL streamers. They think that doing every little thing they do is funny and cute. That's not cute. That's very irritating. Like, Jesus Christ. And then they just say things because it sounds shocking. It's like that. What's that? Nikki? What's her name? Daddy Nikki or something. Her name. That Asian chick who got banned. She's an idiot too.
Constitutionally by handcuffing them and arresting them. 3 young boys, yeah.
And honestly, I mean, that's fair. They're in the parking lot from what I can see. They're in public. I do wish they just like stuck to streaming at the house though, because then all of this wouldn't have happened. And at the end of the day, you know, the goal is to actually get this squatter out of the house. And I guess you could argue that they were going to go into...
He says, I understand, but JiDion is better than them. At this point, he's not really looking all that different. He's not looking all that different. 4 a.m. Gotta go. Okay, later, Leo. Later, bro. Yeah, like, I understand what you're talking about, bro. Like, but like in this situation right now, this is not the best impression I'm having of him. I think he's the same dude from the Best Buy incident, but I don't know if the same guy. I know they both was black, but I don't know if this is the same person. It could be 2 different people.
McDonald's, but they got stopped.
And no, I'm not saying all black people look the same, so fuck you.
I don't know. Either way, it's unlikely JiDion will actually face any real consequences.
They had both a similar build. Oh, it is? Okay, I'm not stupid. Okay, it's the same person. Okay, I'm not stupid.
From this, because let's be real, this is pretty light. Like, it seems like worst case scenario will be hit with some fines and he might be banned from seeing Joe. So for now, it seems like the whole evict the squatter stream is not happening anymore. But as of now, it's being reported that his court date is set for July 13th. So I guess we'll kind of have to wait and see what happens then. So I'll keep an eye on that for you guys. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.
What's up, bud?
Peace.
All right, so that was the whole JiDion situation so far as I see it. Like, share, comment what you guys think. Was JiDion was doing too much just for the content? Should IRL streamers stop the BS before it gets too insane when they start putting laws on them so they can't do the things that they're doing? Or I'm totally wrong, I'm an idiot, and I'm being too judgmental? That's good. That's good, bud. You tell me. You guys can leave your comments in the bottom of this video. Like, share, comment. Hope you guys enjoyed this and all that great stuff. If you learned something or not, tell me what you think.